Henry of Pelham has been bottling Ontario wine for 3 decades. Production started the same year Canada and the U.S. signed a bilateral free trade agreement that removed most protections on Canadian wines. Matt Speck, a co-owner, says initially the industry was devastated. But from that emerged a better quality and more competitive product. Most of the terms of the bilateral deal were later grandfathered into NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, now being renegotiated.
The industry has blossomed really since the first round of free trade agreements, but it's always concerning when government gets into negotiations. Sometimes you worry that a small industry like ours could potentially get traded off for other industries.
Like automotive and energy. Still, it came as a surprise to many here when the U.S. trade representative to the renegotiation said he wants to explore the wine aspect of the deal.
The U.S. now sells almost as much wine in Canada as Canada itself does, and that's largely thanks to NAFTA. When it was first introduced, U.S. sales totaled around $20 million. Now they're $500 million.
Speck's brother Paul sits on the board of Canada's wine lobby. He says NAFTA has built-in benefits that heavily favor American winemakers.
And the big one is the three-tiered system, which basically embeds a 25 to 30% tax to anybody coming outside of the U.S. into the U.S. market. There's water rights, there is energy, there's the U.S. Farm Bill, there's export subsidies.
Still, he says, it'd be a shame to rip up the agreement.
We are free and fair traders, and I love the competition, but leave us alone. We're not going to threaten you, and we're not a threat to you in our own country.
That's largely because of math. Canada has around 30,000 acres of wine grape growing land. California alone has more than 500,000.
We'll never be big importers of wine into the U.S. because we simply can't produce enough volume of wine to take the United States by storm. It's a massive market.
So, as Speck puts it, Americans should stop whining. Roee Ruttenberg, CGTN, in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada.